Hello, and welcome to another day of Living with Spina Bifida. Today I thought I would talk a little bit about part-time wheelchair users. I myself am a part-time wheelchair user. This means that someone uses their wheelchair part-time. For me, I don't use my wheelchair in my home or in anyone else's homes. I can get up the stairs just fine. I can get around my house area just fine, and anyone else's house that I would be in just fine. I do use my wheelchair if I'm going to be walking long distances, whether it be going for a walk from here to the park or walking around a grocery store, or even if we're going to go to the zoo or something big and long and all day, like an amusement park or zoo or festival, something like that. For the most part, my usage is for long distances or the need for standing for long periods of time. I use it part-time. So I have gathered a few things. It's kind of a short list, but I have asked other part-time wheelchair users what they would like other people to know about them and how they go about living their lives. The number one thing that you should know about part-time wheelchair users is we're not faking it. We need that wheelchair at some point for some reason. And it's not just because we want sympathy. It's not because we want attention. It's because we want to have a better life. So we need that little assistance every once in a while. This is coming from me personally, and I am able to unload my wheelchair from my vehicle and put it together by myself. But just because I am able to do that does not mean that I don't need to use the wheelchair when I am done putting it together and taking it out of my car. Just because I can lift things, just because I can do things physically, does not mean that I can always walk long distances. Some days, I may not even need to use my wheelchair when we are at a store or just going to the park or something. But some days are physically worse than other days. I have good days, I have bad days, and so does everyone. So sometimes I might need that wheelchair, sometimes I might not. It all depends. Getting older also changes the way we do things physically. I myself, when I was a child, I didn't have a wheelchair at all. I got my first wheelchair when I was about 13, and even then, it never even came out of storage unless we were going to an amusement park or somewhere with really long distances. I walked everywhere until probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I use my wheelchair quite more often outside of the house now than I did before. If I am shopping at a store and I stand up from my chair to reach something high up on a shelf, there's no cause for alarm. It's okay. I don't need your help. I just need my own help, and I'll stand up and reach the thing. It's okay. Last quite important thing to remember is just because I was able to do something super physical yesterday, an hour ago, 10 minutes ago, does not mean I'm going to be able to do the same thing, whether it be walking to the park. If I walk to the park, there's a chance that I am most likely not going to be able to do it the next time we do it. Every day is different. Every minute is different. The body is unpredictable. You never know when it's going to hurt, when it's going to let you down, when it's going to shut down. And just because we looked fine on the outside just a minute ago doesn't mean we're going to stay looking fine. And the most important thing to remember is you are not the judge of whether or not someone needs a little extra physical help. You are not the judge of if someone needs to be in a wheelchair or not.